All right, what's going on, y'all, man? It is time for the commitment, man. Here is a little bit of the huddle. As you guys can see, Tyreek Jemison, he is that guy, man. You see him always get to that second level of the field, right? Left tackle, one of the best ones we have in the state. As you can see, he bulldozes defenders, gets to the second level, and they are out of there completely wiped out of the play. This is what a dominant tackle looks like in the state of Georgia. 6'5", 310, an incredible athlete. As you guys can see, he's only improved his game. Look at this play right here. Just absolutely mulling the defender all the way to the ground, all the way until the play is over, man. Like I said, if y'all know who Tyreek Jemison is, he is that guy, man. And this film tells it all. Right here on the goal line, last one before we bring him on. As you guys can see, look him get level with the defender and completely get him out of the play, man. Tyreek Jemison, outstanding player from Paulding County. But let's go ahead and bring on the superstar himself out there in Paulding County. Tyreek, what's going on, man?
What's good, Najeh? How's everybody doing? And I appreciate you grabbing me on this afternoon.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you coming on, Tyreek, man. It's been a pleasure, man, seeing your story. So before we just get into the commitment, Tyreek, just talk a little bit about just your story, your love, your passion. Why did you start playing in the sport of football?
Yeah, so to be honest, I honestly started playing the game of football. Honestly, like just to my friends was doing it at first. I've been playing since I was 4 or 5 years old. So growing up, it was just a fun thing to do. And my friends did it. And as time went on and stuff, the game to me started getting more fun. And just the taste of winning started feeling great to me. So really just my teammates and them kind of turned into my family. It just turned the game to a whole nother level for me.
When did you know, Tyreek, that you could be special? When did you know, like, hey, I'm that guy, I can play this at the next level because of my talent, but not just talent, obviously, just your ability, what I'm saying, to not only be talented, but also be a leader, right? Be able to put in work in the weight room. When did you know, like, hey, I can do this thing?
Yeah, I would say for me, it kind of came like a little later. Kind of like my end summer going to my senior year, coaches contacted me. I didn't even have any film. It was just straight size and what they see and stuff. And that's before I put in any other hard work. So from there, I just started realizing like how this game can take me. The opportunities it can give me.
100%. And then from that point, just talk about kind of when everything blew up for you, Tyreek. You obviously bought on the Georgia League Classic. You kept doing your thing in the spring. Talk about that moment when you seen all those offers come in and what that really meant to you.
100%. Just that time, that January to February time, that was probably like, one of the craziest moments of my life, especially like for like that short time period. I just appreciate God, the whole process, because honestly, like, I feel like just for me and everybody else in this room and outside this room, you're not going to get anywhere without God. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's most importantly, that's what got me here. And through this process, through my ups and downs, where I didn't have all these offers, opportunities, I still trusted God through the process. And I feel like that's what got me here.
100%. And then if you can just, obviously we're going to let you say this decision here in a second. Just tell me what your mom and your dad, who is currently there with you, what do they mean to you? How important have they been? I know they've done a lot of sacrifices for you, Tyreek. I know they've taken you different camps and stuff to get you out there. Just what do they mean to you?
Yeah, honestly, Coach, like the words, like for my parents, they can't even describe how much they mean to me. Like this is like these two people right next to me. They're like in my entire world, honestly. And just through this whole process, like I said, my 10th grade year, back when I was a little chubby, overweight, my dad, he's always with the process with me, running with me as well, working out with me as well. So I'm never gonna take those moments for granted. And then my mom alone, cooking the food, preparation of the meal, staying on top of me, not letting me fall behind. And that's just only those short little moments. That's like I said, it doesn't mean the world to me.
100%. Well, Tyreek, this is obviously your moment. I'll have more questions to ask you here in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you thank whoever you want to thank, man, and make that decision, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, 100%. Yeah. First, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. This really means a lot to me for you guys showing up. You guys didn't have to do this. You took out your time in the day to show up, especially on a Friday to come see me. So, I support and I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming up today. And, I thank you, especially, first of all, my teammates right there that are right here. I'm not really like a vocal guy when it comes to like football. So I really just appreciate like everything y'all done for me and stuff. Since, like I said before, I didn't have all these opportunities and stuff. And now, nobody ever changed on me and stuff. I just appreciate that. Welcome my coaches out here, my dad right here.
100%, man. All you.
All right. So as far as I'm going to my next 4 years, 4 to 5 years, it's been a tough process. Like I said, I still appreciate everybody who's supported me through this process. But without further ado, you know what I'm saying? See. It's for you, John. Psych, I lied. Hey, everybody, I appreciate this moment. But, that being said, man, you be a wildcat, man.
Sir. Yes, sir, man. Congratulations, man, on becoming officially a Wildcat, man. Wildcat Nation. I told y'all, man, this is an SEC tackle, man. When you look at him and you break down the film, you guys seen it early. This kid is special, man. I've gotten a chance to cover him for a long time, and he is something special. But Tyreek, this is the last school you visited, man. So I know OV moms had the picks. Moms look comfortable. So what made it home for you?
Yeah, just like it goes back with me and as far as like Coach Wolf, especially just since he offered me, and like I was telling these guys earlier, just the relationship he built me since he offered me, and just that relationship getting stronger and stronger. And then I'll honestly say the unofficial visit, it changed a lot. It just changed a lot of my aspect, just how much they care, and then his passion for the game as well. Him sending me videos, us getting better over the phone, and in person while he was at practice. He's not even my coach yet, you know what I'm saying? That just means a lot to me. It just shows how much he cares about the game of football.
And then if you can, I don't know if you got a chance to develop a big relationship, obviously, with Coach Mark Stoops, obviously they're at Kentucky, but just talk about a little bit of relationship just, with the head coach there at Kentucky and what that meant to you as well.
Most definitely, yeah. Mark Stoops, he's a great guy. Like I said again, like that official visit, it really showed me, how much a priority I was. He's more of a down to earth kind of guy. I know a lot of head coaches, they're kind of in their own bubble with everything. He's very down to earth. He likes to build a real relationship with his players and stuff, whether that's from your kicker. So, your linebacker, he's going to build an individual relationship with everybody. And that's what I really like also about the program, the individual kind of plan they have for me. You know what I'm saying? Coming in playing early.
And if you can, Tyreek, just talk a little bit about that playing early. Obviously that's not easy to do as a freshman, but you already have the size, so learning the playbook's obviously important. But how important of a differentiator was that for you? Hey, I get to go to an SEC program, make a name for myself, and also be able to play early for a really good program.
Yeah, 100%. Like you just said, just coming into an SEC program, that alone, I feel like, who wouldn't want to do that? And then just coming in early, playing out of college level, obviously the Power 5 level. Like I said again, who wouldn't want to do that? But for me, as far as like my next steps, just starting to get stronger in the weight room, really honing in my craft, and getting in better so that way, I can be ready when I'm able to, get my opportunities early. The coaches telling me.
Can you just real quick before I let you go? Can you talk about that a little bit, Tyreek? That's an underrated part of what you did this offseason, man. You really grinded. You went from 330 to 310, Tyreek. Continued to put in work. You got faster. You got bigger. You got stronger. Can you tell the crowd just your regimen? You was doing workouts twice a day. Just tell Wildcat Nation what you were doing to kind of get to this point and your hard work ethic that you have.
Yeah, percent. So like for the people who know me, obviously, like I wasn't always this size. So like my freshman year, I was just like kind of sitting around like more 410 side, 410 pounds and stuff. And really that just helped me a lot. Like I said, like I just go back to my family, like him helping me during the process, still supporting me, and then her cooking as well, and then staying on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like not letting me feel as a parent. I feel like I respect that a lot. So really, like you just said, those 2-a-day runs, practicing, coming back, everybody else swimming or doing whatever their summer, you know what I'm saying? I still got to lose weight. I still got to get better because there's money on the line to be made, it's opportunities to be made, you know what I'm saying? So you can't take those opportunities for granted. And for me, I feel like the drive and the motivation I just got from my teammates and everybody else, it just kept pushing me and pushing me. And then as far as like when the offers started coming, it kind of just made me more even hungry. I know you hear some guys in the NFL maybe say like when they get a Super Bowl ring, it made them more hungry to get another one. That's kind of how I felt with me, just getting every offer. It just made me, go even harder and go even harder because I wanted more. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And real quick, can you just talk about your leadership qualities as well? That's another part of your game a lot of people don't talk about, but you are an unquestioned leader. You lead by example. You're also vocal when you need to be. Can you talk about that component as well of your game?
100%. Yeah, I'm kind of a leader that's definitely like no man left behind. So if somebody's struggling, I always want to pick them up. I don't want to let them fail, especially when we're, Patriots, we're on a team. No one's going to fail as a Patriot with me.
100%. Last two, I'll let you go. Hope mama don't kill me for this question, but what is your favorite thing that mama cooks for you?
I would say probably fried chicken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And last thing, as we let you go, can you just tell? I mean, you are an inspiration again. Tyreek, your story. I always appreciate you sharing it with me. But just you were underrated. A lot of people didn't know who you were, but you continue to stay down, man. What advice you give other recruits with a similar story to yours to be able to achieve the success that you have and be a primetime prospect?
Yeah, 100%. One thing I've been sticking to, as far as just lately, the motto I've been kind of sticking to. There's no way. Just keep finding a way because eventually it's going to come. Eventually someone's going to see you. Eventually you're going to be at the right place at the right time. So if you keep doing everything you need to do, when you're supposed to be doing it, it's going to happen. It might not happen tomorrow, next week, next month, but trust me, whatever kids out here watching this, you're at 2027, 2028, it's going to happen for you, bro. Keep working, I promise.
Got you. Anybody else you want to shout out? Any closing thoughts you have before we let you go?
100%. Like I said, I just want to shout out all my coaches. Now that I actually got a chance to say their names, especially for showing up. Coach Chris Brown, he's been my coach, like I said, since I was 410 pounds my freshman year. He came in. I never played defense, but he was always my defensive coordinator. But actually, in the weight room with me, my strength and conditioning coach. So I want to thank you for always pushing me in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? That really means a lot to me. And then Coach Wright, Jemison Wright as well. My offensive line coach, my sophomore year until now, my senior year. First of all, just a great, great guy off the field as well. Honestly, I feel like you want somebody to talk to off the field, go to this guy 100%. And that's just like not me being biased on my offensive lineman. I feel like even if I was a linebacker, I would still go talk to him off the field. That's just how, what I'm saying, how dependable and respectable he is as a man. And I always appreciate you for that. And then lastly, Coach Scott, I know him like since I was like a little kid. So this is like he knew me before like any of this, you know what I'm saying? So I always appreciate Coach Scott. Like I said, another dependable guy, and he's always been there for me since I've been little. So I really appreciate you, Coach Scott, as well. And then also Coach Radley, though, my running back coach. I don't deal with him a lot because obviously I'm an offensive lineman. But I always appreciate Coach Ragsdale, a guy who's always coming with a positive vibe. I've never seen Coach Ragsdale have a bad day as far as like him being able to show it, you know what I'm saying? Whether he's also a teacher, so maybe, somebody just was disrespectful in his class, he's never going to be able to come out at practice and you're not going to see that about him. So I always appreciate Coach Ragsdale for being there for me as well.
100%. Mr. and Mrs. Jemison, thank y'all so much for trusting me with this. It means so much, man. Tyreek is a special place in my heart, man, just seeing what he's been able to do and accomplish. And I plan to stay in touch, man, and continue to follow your journey. And want to say thank you guys so much again for allowing me to break this commitment.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey. Tyreek Jemison, y'all, officially a Kentucky Wildcat, man. Again, shout out to the parents, shout out to the folks, for allowing me to do this, man. Definitely one of my biggest ones, him and Tate Harris, neck and neck, man, in terms of the biggest things I've ever broken in my career. So shout out to the family, man. Again, they didn't have to trust me with this, but they did. And hey, like I said, y'all go watch the film. I've talked to Tyreek a lot. I know him very well. Back when, a lot of people didn't know who he was. In January, I talked to him. His progression, how much he's grown in the spring and got bigger, stronger, faster. All that stuff is on my channel, man. So y'all check it out. It's a breaking story also on Score. Y'all can go check that out there as well, man. But that's all I got. Appreciate all the fans, man. They went stupid. Everybody in to support Reek, man. As you guys can see with the comments, man, they are excited. Big Blue Nation is happy to welcome home, obviously, an outstanding player, man. But that's all I got. I will check y'all in the next one, man. Peace out, and thanks for the love and support, man. Check out the next one. Peace.